Welcome to this video on how to train your cat. Cats are known for their independence and can be quite challenging to train, but with patience and consistency, it is possible to teach them some basic commands and behaviors. In this video, we will cover some tips and tricks to help you train your cat. Chapter 1: Understanding your cat. Before you start training your cat, it's important to understand their behavior. Cats are highly intelligent animals, but they can be stubborn and independent. They have a natural instinct to hunt and can be very playful. Understanding your cat's behavior will help you to communicate better with them and make the training process much easier. Chapter 2: Reward-based training. The most effective way to train a cat is through reward-based training. This involves rewarding your cat for good behavior with a treat or praise. It's important to use positive reinforcement rather than punishment, as cats respond much better to positive reinforcement. Chapter 3: Basic commands. The first step in training your cat is to teach them some basic commands. The most common commands are sit, stay, and come. To teach your cat to sit, hold a treat above their head and slowly move it towards their back. Your cat will naturally sit down to reach the treat. Once they are in the sitting position, give them the treat and praise them. Repeat this several times until your cat learns the command. To teach your cat to stay, tell them to sit and then place your hand in front of their face. If they stay in the sitting position, reward them with a treat and praise. To teach your cat to come, simply call their name and reward them when they come to you. Chapter 4: Litter box training. Litter box training is one of the most important things you can teach your cat. Cats are naturally clean animals and will instinctively use a litter box. To litter box train your cat, place the litter box in a quiet, easily accessible location. Show your cat the litter box and gently place them inside. When they use the litter box, reward them with a treat and praise. Chapter 5: Scratching behavior. Scratching is a natural behavior for cats, but it can be destructive if they scratch furniture or other household items. To train your cat not to scratch furniture, provide them with a scratching post or pad. Encourage them to use the scratching post by placing treats on top of it. If your cat tries to scratch furniture, gently redirect them to the scratching post and reward them when they use it. Chapter 6: Playtime. Playtime is an important part of training your cat. Playtime helps to keep your cat active and mentally stimulated. Use toys that mimic your cat's natural hunting instincts, such as feather wands or laser pointers. It's important to establish a regular play schedule to keep your cat engaged and prevent boredom. Consistency is key. Cats respond best to consistent training, so make sure to practice the same commands and behaviors regularly. Set aside time each day for training sessions, and try to keep them at the same time each day. Use high-value treats. Cats can be picky eaters, so it's important to use treats that they really enjoy. Consider using freeze-dried meats or small pieces of cooked chicken. Keep training sessions short. Cats have short attention spans, so keep training sessions to around 10 to 15 minutes at a time. If your cat seems disinterested or distracted, take a break and come back to it later. Avoid punishment. Punishing your cat for bad behavior can be counterproductive and may even damage your relationship with them. Instead, try to redirect their behavior or use positive reinforcement to encourage good behavior. Use clicker training. Clicker training is a popular method for training cats. It involves using a clicker to mark desired behavior, followed by a reward. Over time, your cat will learn to associate the click with a reward and will be more likely to repeat the desired behavior. Consider hiring a professional. If you're having trouble training your cat, or if you're dealing with more complex behavior issues, it may be worth considering hiring a professional animal trainer or behaviorist. Use a calm and positive tone. When training your cat, it's important to use a calm and positive tone of voice. This will help your cat feel more relaxed and comfortable during the training session, and they will be more likely to respond to your commands. Be patient. Training a cat can take time and patience. It's important to be patient and not give up if your cat doesn't seem to be responding to your commands right away. Keep practicing and rewarding good behavior, and your cat will eventually learn. Train your cat in a quiet environment. To help your cat focus during training sessions, it's best to train them in a quiet environment. Avoid distractions like loud noises or other pets, as these can make it difficult for your cat to concentrate. Use scent-based training. Cats have a strong sense of smell, so scent-based training can be very effective. For example, you can use pheromone sprays or diffusers to calm your cat and make them feel more comfortable during training sessions. Train your cat to use a harness. If you want to take your cat for walks outside, it's important to train them to use a harness. This can be a gradual process, starting with simply placing the harness on your cat and rewarding them for wearing it, and then gradually increasing the amount of time they wear it. Use interactive toys. Interactive toys, such as puzzle feeders or toys that dispense treats, can be a great way to keep your cat mentally stimulated and engaged. These toys can also be used as part of training, as you can reward your cat for using the toy in the desired way. Use a consistent hand signal. In addition to verbal commands, it can be helpful to use a hand signal to reinforce the command. For example, you can use a hand signal for sit by holding your hand above your cat's head and moving it down towards the ground. Over time, your cat will learn to associate the hand signal with the command. Practice training during mealtime. Mealtime can be a great opportunity to practice training with your cat. For example, you can ask your cat to sit before giving them their food bowl or use a puzzle feeder to encourage them to work for their food. Train your cat to come when called. Teaching your cat to come when called can be a useful skill, especially if they like to roam around the house or outside. To train your cat to come when called, start by calling their name and rewarding them when they come to you. Gradually increase the distance between you and your cat as they become more comfortable with the command. Reward good behavior immediately. It's important to reward your cat for good behavior immediately, as they may not understand why they are being rewarded if there is a delay. Use a high-value treat or praise to reward your cat as soon as they exhibit the desired behavior. Use different rewards. While treats are a great way to reward your cat for good behavior, it's important to mix it up and use different types of rewards. For example, you can use verbal praise, petting, or playtime as a reward. Train one behavior at a time. To avoid overwhelming your cat, it's best to train one behavior at a time. Once they have mastered one behavior, you can move on to the next one. Be aware of your body language. Cats are very sensitive to body language, so it's important to be aware of the signals you are sending. For example, avoid leaning over your cat or making sudden movements, as this can make them feel threatened. Train your cat to use a carrier. If your cat gets anxious or stressed during car rides or vet visits, it's important to train them to use a carrier. Start by leaving the carrier out in a prominent location and rewarding your cat for exploring it. Gradually increase the amount of time your cat spends in the carrier and reward them for calm behavior. Use a quiet and comfortable training space. Choose a quiet and comfortable space to train your cat, with minimal distractions. This will help your cat focus and learn more effectively. Use a target stick. A target stick can be a useful tool for training your cat. It's a stick with a small ball or other target on the end, which you can use to guide your cat into the desired position. Once your cat is in the right position, reward them with a treat or praise. Use a consistent training schedule. Establishing a consistent training schedule can help your cat learn faster. Set aside a regular time each day for training sessions, and stick to the same routine. Train your cat to use a leash. If you want to take your cat for walks outside, it's important to train them to use a leash. Start by getting your cat used to wearing a harness, then attach the leash and let them explore in a safe, enclosed area. Gradually increase the amount of time your cat spends on the leash and reward them for calm behavior. Consider your cat's personality. Cats have different personalities, and some may be more receptive to training than others. Consider your cat's personality and adjust your training approach accordingly. For example, a shy or nervous cat may need more time to adjust to training than a confident or outgoing cat. Practice training during playtime. Incorporating training into playtime can be a fun and effective way to teach your cat new behaviors. Use toys that encourage your cat to move and play, and reward them for using the toy in the desired way. Conclusion. Training your cat can be a rewarding experience for both you and your cat. Remember to be patient and consistent with your training, and always use positive reinforcement. With these tips and tricks, you can train your cat to be a well-behaved and happy companion. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in next videos.